All right, I am back here with John Conway. Thank you so much, John, for giving us a decent morning out there. A little bit on the cool side, but is it really that weird for this time of the year to see these temps?
It is a little cool. It is a little chilly. However, we are into the first weekend of December, and cool and chilly is what we expect this time of year across Connecticut. Temperature trend over the next couple days looking pretty normal, pretty much staying in the low to mid 40s everywhere. So this is really one of the more steady temperature trends that we've seen. We've seen a lot of ups and downs with temperatures during this fall. Currently today, we're going to have a little bit of sun, no rain. The big story is going to be gusty northwest winds that mean we're going to have to start talking about a wind chill. First, though, I do want to take a review of the drought numbers. We did have some very beneficial rain around the middle of this past week, and it really knocked down our rainfall deficit in Bridgeport. Now they only need about a month of rain over the next month to get back to normal precipitation totals for the year. The problem is much of the state still remains in severe and extreme drought, especially up in Windsor Locks, where they still need over a foot of rain before New Year's to get up to their normal yearly total. So looking for the rest of this morning, we're going to see plenty of sunshine. Temperatures, though, are going to struggle to get up into the low to mid 40s, and that's going to be because of those gusty northwest winds. Northwest winds are a cold wind for us, and that's going to keep temperatures down even right into the middle of the afternoon. Most places will be lucky to get up to about 43, 45 degrees, and some clouds will be mixing in. As we move into the afternoon with that chilly breeze, temperatures across the state getting into about the mid 40s. Those winds will continue to be gusty, so if you are going to head out this afternoon, make sure you bring a hat and gloves. You're going to want to put on an extra layer too, because the wind chills are going to feel like they're in the low to mid 30s across Connecticut, even a couple locations such as up in Stafford, and I'm guessing probably up here in the Northwest Hills, it's going to be feeling down like it's down in the 20s. So it is going to be cool. Be on the lookout for that. Tonight will continue to be chilly as temperatures get down to about 30 on the shoreline, upper 20s inland. Those breezes will continue out of the northwest, but those breezes will start to die down as we move into the overnight. For the next 8 days, we're looking at the possibility of a very little taste of winter Monday morning. Some snow showers may be moving in. Now, this is not going to be a major snow event. We're not looking at any significant accumulations, but because the snow will be falling early in the morning, which is the coldest time of the day, and that's also the time when most people are getting up and going to work, you're going to want to be on the lookout for some slick spots as you head out the door Monday morning. The next chance of rain we're looking at is going to be Thursday into Friday. Temperatures are going to be pretty normal, getting down pretty much in the 40s right until next weekend, when we're looking at the possibility of a slight cool down and temperatures getting down into the 30s, a little chillier, a little more winter-like.
But overall, not a major snowstorm expected on Monday morning, correct?
No, at this point, absolutely not. No one needs to worry about significant accumulation. Just be a little careful out on the roads. You might encounter a slick spot here and there.
All right, thanks so much, John. Moving on, let's start out with a live look outside in New London. It's a beautiful start to the day, but I suspect a little bit on the cooler side out there. We've got meteorologist John Conway in this morning. John, how are things out there right now?
Yeah, it is a little cool and a little chilly outside, but we are into the first weekend of December, and chilly is kind of what we normally expect here in Connecticut. Temperatures, though, right now are not that particularly unusual. Most of the state has gotten into the low 40s, and this is pretty close to normal for this time of year. However, what we need to consider today are going to be the gusty winds, and that means we have to talk about wind chill today. Pretty much all across the state will get up into the 40s, but you're going to have to dress for the low to mid 30s if you're heading out to get your fresh Christmas tree out on the Christmas tree farm today. On the satellite, we're not seeing a whole lot across the state. Much of the state is currently seeing sun. However, we have those gusty winds coming out of the northwest, and that's going to bring some clouds into our area as we move into the midday and overnight. Looking out, these clouds are actually part of lake effect snow showers that are affecting parts of upper New York, and because of this, I don't want to rule out the possibility of maybe a snow flurry somewhere over the northwest hills. So for today, temperatures across Connecticut getting into the low to mid 40s, but it is going to be breezy, so you're going to want to dress for the 30s. You're not going to want to forget a hat and maybe some gloves before you get out. And we're looking at maybe a little bit of a small taste of winter as we move into the first full week of December. I'll have a little more on that in just a few minutes. Today at Lighthouse Park here in New Haven, the Save the Sound organization issued its 2016 report card on the health of Long Island Sound. While the sound is pretty healthy in some areas, it's not looking so good in others. Save the Sound is a bi-state environmental program that is committed to the well-being of Long Island Sound and its natural and economic resources. So, what is this report really all about?
It's a snapshot in time on the ecological health of the waters out here beyond the breakwater of New Haven, all the way from Orient Point down all the way to New York City.
This is the second report card issued by Save the Sound, which is put together using scientific data collected from throughout Long Island Sound, then used to evaluate the health of different regions of it. So, how is the Sound doing?
We have pretty good water quality starting out near Orient Point in the very east, and as you move into the Sound, the water quality drops off until you get down near New York City where it's actually an F.
So, some of us are enjoying pretty healthy conditions in Long Island Sound, but in some areas it isn't doing so well. So let's take a look at some things you can do to help the Sound get straight A's. First, don't overdo adding fertilizer to your yard. Second, use an organic fertilizer. And lastly, get the soil tested to see exactly what your yard needs. Using the right fertilizers in the right amounts will reduce the nutrient pollutants that get washed into the Sound and will make your yard look even better.
I think most people would be willing to make a small investment as long as they knew that it's going to benefit this great harbor and this fantastic resource of ours, Long Island Sound.